Hi, it's Kamon Reynolds, and we've got our packages going right here. We're going to do our third inspection. We did the one where we showed you how to install them. Then we did the one later that evening where we checked on them to make sure everything was the way it should be. Now this is 2 days later, and these things need feed, and they need it bad. Plus we need to make sure that they got that queen out. If not, we'll do some stuff to get her out. I seriously doubt that she needs help getting out, but at this point, if they have not released your queen, what I would do is get a spritzer bottle of 1-to-1 and pull that queen out carefully in the cage, spritz her wings down, which is very important, so she doesn't fly right on out and just off somewhere and gets eaten by a bird or something, and then open it up and you can release her that way. But make sure that you spritz her wings good. You can cover her whole body in it. It's not going to hurt her, and if anything, it'll just help them accept her. But at that point, she should already be accepted. Now, the packages, like I said, they're already installed. You've seen it in our video. Our nukes that we made should be ready here in the next 10 days or so. Now you can see in here some of the dead bees. This is very normal. As unfortunate as it is, it's very, very normal, and there's nothing you can do about it. Let's just go ahead and open all 3 of these. Now, I haven't put the screen bottom boards on yet. We've just been too busy. That's why I haven't shaved. I mean, it's just a nut house around here. But we will put the screen bottom boards on here in the next day or two when we do our treatment. Alright, here's this one. Alrighty, so this one has that's a really low number of dead bees in there. That's really nice. Alrighty, and of course this is the one that we shook in. Come over here and check this out. You see all those bits of yellow, kind of like roundish. It's basically bee bread, old bee bread, and that was from this comb right here, where they're cleaning it out. Let's check that comb out. That was the one that was moldy in the first video, and let's just see what it looks like now. Try not to drop this queen cage. She's probably not in there. Woo! Not quite a solid bottom board. That won't hurt the bees though. Get out of the way. Yeah, she's out of there. Yep, she's been released out of that. She's probably laying. Yeah, very nice. Just give that a little bit of a shake. Try to... Yep, there she is right up there. Yep, she's just going around looking for a cell. They've already got nectar down in here. Where's all that mold? I don't see any mold. Ooh, I do see eggs though. Very nice. Alright. Well, this one's definitely in good shape. And just look at the difference in their behavior. They were running all over the place. Now they're acting like a hive. Thank you. Alright, but that's all that old bee bread they didn't want, so they yanked it out. They cleaned the mold off. Moldy combs are no problem to bees. Alright, get our bee space right. Frames need to be a little bit off the edge here. Kind of like the gap we have here. That's what you need to have on your edge. And darn it, I forgot to bring the rest of the frames over here. I'll do that in the next video or something. They're not in that big of a hurry because they're not over here working. They're going to stay over here with this comb where the brood is. Alright, so for this one, frame feeder, you don't need these, but I like to go ahead and throw them in. They're just a couple pieces of wood. Throw those suckers in. Now, save these cans. There's plenty of feed in these things. You just pour that right on in. And if you want, give your bees a snack right away. They do love it. But this is going to provide not only the fuel that they need to maintain a warm cluster to start raising brood, but it's going to give them the excess sugar and fuel that they need to turn these carbs into beeswax, which is what they really desperately need in order to grow their hive. All right, so that's what we've got right there. That's not a whole lot of feed right now, but you can feed them too much. If you clog up everything, we won't have room to lay, and that'll slow them down. Out of the way. All right, that one's done. It just needs to be filled up with frames. Now keep in mind, whoo, nice little cluster there. You can just feel the heat coming out of there. I haven't gotten this one out yet. All right. What we're going to do with this one's going to be a little bit different. Yeah, there she is, still down in there. We need to get her out. I mean, we don't really have to, but there's still a little bit left in this. And a queen that's not laying can fly very quickly. They're very strong flyers. And so we want to make sure that she is soaked really good, because I don't want her flying away and then we're out of luck. It's better to use a spritzer, but this will work. Excuse me, bees. It's a good thing they have a strong exoskeleton. Alright, just take your hive tool and be careful. I don't know why I just threw that in there. There she is. Her wings are all soaked. There'll be no flying today for this queen. Alright, there she goes. Over in there. Good deal. You don't want to do that day one. They might not have accepted her, but they've long accepted her at this point. They're desperate for a queen. And she's the only one they have. They have no brood to raise their own. Desperate bees. Alright. Let's get that bee space. Alright, now this one I did a little bit differently. We have all this ironweed out in here, and in a pinch you can use ironweed. It's really lightweight and floats really good. Throw it in there. Again, I think I was going to say this earlier and I got sidetracked. Keep in mind that I do get stung. I wear this bee veil just to protect my face, and this morning I got stung on the forearm. I got stung I think 3 days ago a few times, and maybe yesterday. It's hard to keep track. You know, so I'm okay with that. If you're not okay with that or used to it, this is where I got popped this morning. There's no swelling. There's hardly, I mean, a mosquito bite leaves a bigger mark than that. But I literally have gotten this done to me a lot in the last 16 years. So it's all kind of what you're used to. I did a lot of carpentry. I still do a pretty good bit. If you do carpentry, you're used to getting splinters. It happens with beekeeping. You're going to get stings. I need to be able to use my fingers, though, to be able to do some of the tedious stuff. And I find that the bees are actually more gentle when I don't have a bee suit on, just for the fact that bee suits collect up the sting and alarm pheromone smell. They also, with the gloves, you just can't feel what you're doing, and you end up crushing bees because you can't feel what you're doing. That's all there is to it. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Alright, we'll just let that one do its thing. Yeah, they've already released this one, so we'll get the screen bottom boards on these things really soon. Let's see if we can see some new comb that they've drawn. Yeah, there. Yeah. I think she's out of there. There's so many bees in there eating the candy. Yeah, she's out of there. You'll have to find your own way back. Those bees are hanging on to each other. Yep, they've been drawn quite a bit. Yeah. Now it's not perfectly white, and that happens sometimes. But it's going to get white. This is the white stuff. There we go. That's the fresh stuff. Now, blowing on bees can get you stung, by the way. But again, these are really gentle bees, desperate bees. They're a small colony, and genetically, they are bred to be gentle. At least relatively gentle. They're not as gentle as ours. All right, let's throw that together. Get that bee space. I'll need to bring those frames again. And let's get that frame feeder in here. But yeah, in regards to the bee suit, you will get stung if you do it like this. I'm not going to be one of those guys that lie to you that my bees are stingless or anything like that. These bees will sting you if they feel like it. Alright. But yes, keep some decent feed on them. Now, a lot of people will tell you that bees will drown in frame feeders. There are no dead bees in these frame feeders. Now again, you might find a couple when you come back, but keep in mind, you saw all the dead bees that had expired in the packages that were down in these boxes. Bees will even work together as a team and grab those dead bees to try to haul them out, and especially since we have an entrance reducer on the front of these colonies, it's really hard for them to do so. So a lot of times they'll try to airlift them, and I'm sure statistically that a few of them, as they're being lifted and dragged through the colony, end up dropping into the feeder. So if you see a couple that are dead in the feeder, they probably were already dead beforehand. Now if you're seeing hundreds or thousands, something's wrong. These bees are locked in. They're not going to drown in this feeder. Thank you everybody who's shared our Package versus Nuke series. We're going to be creating a playlist so that anyone who's missed it can just go boom, 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 right on down the line on the playlist for this particular series. I can't say anything. And then if you don't want to miss an episode, whether it's a Package versus Nuke challenge or it's any of our other videos, make sure to ring that bell down there by the subscribe button below, and you won't miss a single video of all the crazy action that we get to have and the fun. Thanks for watching, and comments and suggestions always down below.